Hi, today Moms in Heels is meeting Audrey Sourroubille from Lotus Power Health. Audrey is a certified health and nutrition coach who helps women and guides them on their journey to reconnect with their inner goddess and live a more joyful and harmonious life. Audrey has helped many women to understand their body and hormones better and to take care of themselves through optimal nutrition, self-care practice and mindful living. So, hello Audrey.
Hi, it's Italia. It's a pleasure to be here with you today and with the Moms in Heels.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you too. Tell me, why is it so important for women to understand their body and their hormones?
And when you look at what hormones are basically waking you up in the morning. They are helping you sleep in the evening. They're giving you that energy you need during the day, that focus that you need for your brain power. So your hormones are really the chemical messenger that gives you everything you need from when you're born until you die. And understanding how they affect your daily life, from the emotion that you're feeling to how much you want to eat, to the craving that you have, is extremely important.
Women's health is a very broad subject, and still, how much of it is connected to our hormones?
Everything is really connected to hormones, and understanding how the hormones are affecting you every day. Women, for example, have 4 different phases, and during these 4 different phases, the hormones are changing. And during these 4 different phases, we might just find ourselves more sensitive, or maybe more aggressive in a way, more competitive and more communicative. And understanding how the hormones are affecting how we feel on a daily basis and how we behave is what makes the power of women.
What changes a woman should make in her life so she can start balancing and working with her hormones?
Well, the first thing is to really acknowledge how you feel. So, for example, you might have plans today to go out with your friends and you're menstruating and you don't feel like it, and you will push yourself to go out. But if you know already that when you're menstruating, it's better for you to be home and just enjoy a nice movie, a box of nice, good, organic and chocolate without too much sugar in, then you will know already how to help and befriend your body instead of going against it. And that's usually why we have all those emotions that come up.
But does it mean that we just have to give in to our hormones?
You can plan, you can work around your cycles. So when you understand the different phases, and you have, for example, you're working on a project, and you know that there are particular type of action that you want to take, which are better undertaken in a particular phase, then you can plan already ahead for that. It doesn't mean that you can't do them in the other phases, but if you leverage the power that the hormones give you, then you're going to be even able to achieve better results.
Okay, we have a question from one of our Mom in Heels who is asking actually why we experience this. She talks about 3 stages. Apparently she is experiencing it aggressive, impatient as a first stage of premenstrual syndrome, then sensitive like a butter, and then desire to eat sweet or having our cravings, which is something I'm sure we all know about. So what do you have to say about this?
As you move through the last phase before your menstruation, your hormones are going to be changing. So your estrogen and your progesterone level is going down. And progesterone is a natural antidepressant. And so you might find yourself, as progesterone goes down, that your mood will go down too. And you need more support, so maybe you're more sensitive. And as you go through these particular type of phases, you could be supporting your biological changes with nutrition.
Okay. We have actually another question from a Moms in Heels. How do we balance our hormones through nutrition, and what kind of lifestyle changes we can take upon so we can work with our hormones? Mm-hmm. Do we have to do yoga or Pilates on certain days, or as I asked you before, do we eat beetroot on a certain days and carrots and meat on another day? Is there such correlation actually?
Yes, there is such a correlation. There's been a book which has been published by Elisa Vitti called Women Code, And she's done a lot of work around what you should be eating during which phase of your cycle. And I've been using her protocol with my client, and that's been working really well. So for example, adding more fats at any point in the cycle is going to be helping you out, but it's going to be helping you even better when you add more good fats before your menstruation. It helps you to balance your insulin. So by having the fat...
So the more fats you have, it balances your insulin levels,
well, yes.
which means it balances your cravings.
Yes.
How is the stress correlated to our hormones? I mean, when you experience stress, your adrenaline goes up, and then what happens?
And your cortisol goes up too. So cortisol is a stress hormone. And as your cortisol goes up, your insulin also goes up. And you create inflammation in your body, and at that point in time when your stress goes up, your body needs more energy because it's like a tiger, it's been chasing you, and so you need that boost of energy that's going to help you to escape the tiger. And so your body is asking for very quick carbs to be burning, so you will have your cravings going up. So you will want some sugar, you will want some bread, because nowadays that's the thing, because nowadays that's the quick and easy thing that we can buy. But at that point in time, if you think about 200 years ago, when you had cravings for sweets, in autumn would be maybe roots, so you'd have beetroot. In winter, you'd have maybe carrots, or you'd have apples.
I understand. Okay.
Audrey and I met at a training with Dr. Sara Gottfried called the Hormone Cure Coach. I loved Audrey's passion to help women, her knowledge, insight, the way she connects. She's incredibly creative and really out there burning to reach women and help them be happy and pain-free, but also live their strengths. So this is what connected us, and we became very good friends. And since then, work on the flow.
What is the flow app?
The flow app, so I'm not the developer, because the idea originates from a friend of mine called Lucia Lukanova. And her idea, which I thought amazing, and that's why I wanted to join in as a chief creative officer, is that women need to understand how to leverage the 4 phases of their cycle. And as we were discussing before, there are a lot of things that we're not aware of, and there's no way to track it. So what the Flow app does is, for each of the phases you're in, it's going to give you tips and tools that you can use for yourself to know.
And reminds you as well. Wait a minute, you are now in the reflective phase. Plan accordingly, or you are in the...
Exactly, or you're in your creative phase. What can you be focusing more of? So you have a lot of different tools you can use depending on what your goal is, whether that is project management, whether that is...
Amazing.
Even for your partner, for example. Your partner might want to know when you're in a particular phase what they should or should not be doing.
I think my partner would love to know. Then he can pack up his cases on a special phase and just go and live in a hotel for some time.